And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Winslow is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Henderson in at the point. Shot clock at 5. Top of the key. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Henderson kicks to Nurkic. Over Clark. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Henderson. Nurkic has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Trailblazers. The pass to Clark. This is to Morant. Driving to the basket. And then Morant slams it in.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Here's George. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And then Morant slams it in.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA, and now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Smart passes to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound and slam dunk by Clark.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Portland no good that time either.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Smart finds Clark, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's George for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Smart with the ball for the Grizzlies. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
And he gets it to go.
That hit on Nurkic, it wasn't enough to prevent him from scoring. He's such a strong player.
Morant against Henderson. And it's Morant missing. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Smitty, during his NBA career, Justice Winslow has proven to be a terrific defender, but when healthy.
And a versatile one as well. He's someone that can D-up guards and bigs. A guy that takes pride in making things difficult for opposing players. In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. You look at Minnesota. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Portland, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Simons from outside. Portland no good that time either. Here's Deck, covered by Simons. Pass to Deck. Smart on the wing. Passes it to Concho. Here's Deck. Here's Aldama. And again, Memphis no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Hayes throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Smart with the ball, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Pass to Smart. At the floater, Aldama. Gives three-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 3. Hayes the pass to Sharp with the drive. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. Boy, it takes skill to win these and-one opportunities.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball. Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside. And he's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan. And he is relentless in his attack.
There's the screen. Smart passes to Tillman. With his first shot attempt, it's rebounded by Hayes.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Smart passes to Concho. Over to the wing. Here's Aldama. And nothing is falling for him right now.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Hayes, great positioning on the putback. Hayes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And good that time.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Here's Sharp. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close.
The previous play is under review.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. And it's Conchar into the two-guard spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. The shot's good. Henderson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Morant. Jackson a screen on Henderson. Henderson against Morant. And the shot goes in. Morant's got 6.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Ja Morant can beat you with the pass or the shot.
That one falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
On the pass to Tate. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Crowder. Latrey doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Now we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 15. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has. Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. Williams, he's checked in for Memphis. Henderson kicks to Winslow. Trailblazers moving the ball around. George with the bounce pass. From the arc. No good on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
The decision-making keeps improving. Ja Morant looking comfortable operating in pick and rolls.
Here's Henderson. Nurkic trying to get open. The kick out to Crowder. Here's George. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Henderson against Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Jackson in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Henderson. It's the difficult fadeaway jumper. Henderson's got 6.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
First team. Substitution on the court.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Here's Smart. Plays it up off the glass. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Connects from three-point range.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Pass to Tate. 46 seconds left in the first half. Aldama gets the bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
They swipe it. Outside, Smart. Passes it to Tillman. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Now, here's Sharp. Tight defense on him. Offline from the high post. And it's Smart with the ball for Memphis. A 12-point game. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Highland. Hands it from downtown. Highland's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break.
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Rockets out. And circling back to the game at hand, guys, the deficit is looped. And that'll do it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Trailblazers leading by 15. And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah. And teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. We've got Jay Crowder. He's out there at Nurkic. Paul George is out there with Winslow. And it's Henderson in at the point. Henderson with it. High post, Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Nurkic operates so well out of the pick and roll. He sets hard screens, and he's a reliable finisher.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. Morant right side. Paul George with the steal. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Henderson. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Clark. Smart deciding where to go with it. Morant with a wide open look. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Henderson kicks to George. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smart finds Morant. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Jackson from long range. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Henderson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Henderson's got 8 points.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Jackson passes to Clark. Portland grabs the miss.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Tate with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. It's Morant in the corner. Back to Tate. And Tate throws it down.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Williams, he's checked in for Memphis. Conchar comes in for Marcus Smart. And Portland with a change here, too. Hayes is checked in. Here's Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And finished off by Morant.
What a night for Ja Morant. Showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Henderson kicks to Winslow. Now the dish to George. 17-foot shot on the way. And he nails the jumper. 11 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Ja Morant again. Morant's got 18 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Inside. The shot's good from Hayes.
Unselfish basketball by Winslow. Always focused on the team's offensive success.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies making a switch here and getting very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest. And you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
And you look at Morant, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number one, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And we're getting closer and closer to having our contestants determined. So be sure to stay tuned as we'll be bringing you updates very, very soon.
And partner, if we had the contest today, I'd be happy with the group we have right now.
Well, Smitty, after his sensational rookie season, I think people knew that Ja Morant had an unlimited ceiling.
Kevin, now we know it's not just high, it's through the roof. Ja was Rookie of the Year, and he keeps up in his game. We could, Kevin, be looking at an all-time great.
Simons from outside. And another three for Portland.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Williams for three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Down low, here's Sharp. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 15 points in the game.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Morant scanning the floor. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Morant's got 11 points here in just the second half.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Here's Sharp. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You could just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. There's the drive, and Morant throws it down.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
And it's Sharp missing. Got a piece of it. Outside Williams, shoots over Simon. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Trailblazers just dominating this one. Live from the FedEx. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Well, there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man. It is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
They've got Marcus Smart. He's out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Aldama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Portland.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Right side, Smart. Back to Clark. 4 on the clock. Pass to Tate. Launches a 3. Hachimura grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here's George for 3. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Jackson misses.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. George has got 15 points in just the second half. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Smart. The pass to Jackson. Clark, a screen on George. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. George passes to Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Clark.
A big body to slow down. Nurkic is a handful to stop.
Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Nurkic, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
George finds Connaughton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Chandler outside. 3-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound. Hachimura's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Chandler up top. He's defended by Connaughton. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Right wing takes a 3. That one misses. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Puts up a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Releases. And another miss by Memphis.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Jackson from long range. And the 3-ball is good. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Answering back with a 3 of his own, Jackson has a calmness to his game, but he's a competitor.
Here's Connaughton. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
The previous play is under review.
is that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Took him no time at all on that one. George has got 30.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. The three from George. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.